Okay, we have a 2002 Toyota Corolla. You've probably seen these before. You know, really tarnished tail headlights and tail lights. They just oxidize because of the weather. So we're gonna go through and polish it, show you how we do it step by step. I think I have 4 other videos on YouTube, but I just want to show you one more. You know, so you can never have, I can never have too many of them. So I'm gonna show you how we color sand. Let's start with, I think we'll start with 1500 grit. We'll go to 2000 grit. And then we'll do a mild cut, medium cut, and a wax. So that's how you do it. All right, first step. A little microfiber towel. I got my 1500 grit sandpaper, just a wet sand, wet paper, just a window cleaner. And we're just gonna spray the whole thing. We're just gonna do a really, really light sanding. We don't want to get really aggressive because this light's not too bad. So we'll just break the top layer off. After I get done with doing this, then I'm going to tape it off. I'll tape off all the edges just before we start buffing. I just don't want to tape it now because then the water gets underneath all of the tape and makes it pretty tough for you know, buffing, because then all the water gets stuck in the compound. So, but that's pretty much about it for the 1500 grit. And you can see, hopefully the camera's picking it up, you can actually see the dirt just kind of rolling off right there. So you can see how much dirt and crud's in there, and just doing that step right there makes it look a lot nicer. So then I'm going to go over with 2000 next. Okay, same process. Wet it, take your 2000 grit, and your 2000 grit's going to basically just sand out your scratches from your 1500, because the 1500 cuts pretty fast. Sometimes you can just do this with 2000 grit. You don't need to do 1500, but I'm going to show you the process from 15 to 2000. It's really simple. I have some other videos that show how to do this, and you know, if you was to do this for a customer, you could probably charge anywhere from $35 a light all the way up to $50, depending on what kind of car, how bad and severe they are. I'm only charging about $35 to do both lights. So it just depends. You know, the going rate is about $35 a light. So, you know, you can make the call from there. So that's pretty much about all you have to do with the color sanding process. And you'll feel, you know, the difference. It'll be really, really nice and smooth. And you'll feel that like all the bugs and everything are gone. It doesn't take a long time to do. So what's that? 2 minutes to do our color sanding. So I always like to do 2 layers just to make sure I have enough protection, especially on these Corollas. They have a really sharp corner here and up here right across the light, right across the top of the hood. So it's always a good idea to tape off these ones. Like the neons, they're kind of a rounder headlight. They're a little easier to do without having to tape this off. It only takes 5 minutes, so it's not a huge deal. When you start buffing it, the buffer wants to grab the tape and kind of pull it off, so kind of a pain in the butt. But anyway, better safe than sorry. You can always clean off your compound, but it's kind of hard to put paint back on if you burn through it, you know. So, alright, then I'm going to go ahead and start buffing. Okay, I have 3 different compounds that I use. I have a Meguiar's a medium cut. Then I have the actual cutting compound that Meguiar's comes up with just for these lights, and then I will seal it up with a sealer wax. So I'm going to start my first step, cutting, and I'm just going to throw a little compound on there, and I like to try to massage it in a little bit, just so I don't get a lot of blow by. Otherwise you have to wash the car up. that's it for that stage. Then I'm going to take the actual plastic compound. This is made by McGuire's, and it's more of kind of a middle mild cut. Okay, I'll come back with my final step, doing the sealer. Alright, I've changed my pad to a finishing pad. Then I have my wax sealer. And I like to use a sealer because it's a little bit better to kind of seal the headlight versus a carnauba wax. So. And this is the final step right here. Turn the speed up a little bit to about 1800 RPM. And that's pretty much all there is to it. That headlight is done. And I will show you the difference. Alright, headlight's done. Took me about 15 minutes. You can see how brilliant that is. Looks pretty sharp. We'll take you over to the other one that I haven't started on yet. It's pretty bad. But just a few minutes of your time, the right chemicals, the right know-how, and a huge difference. I'll pan back here a little bit so you can see them both in the same frame. Old one, new one. So I'll throw some pictures in here too. Okay, she's all done. Did both headlights. I'll show you what they both look like. There's the driver's side, and there's the passenger side. Pan back, you can see it. Huge difference. So, anyway, that's what you get. So you can spend time doing this yourself, or you could call us, ScottysMobileDetailing.com. We can handle it for you. Or you can do it yourself, which way you want to do it. Well, feel free to leave us a comment and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.